Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another unboxing of a game that we sponsored on Kickstarter. We just got this game last week. It's called Paladins of the West Kingdom by Garphill Games, by Shem, Phillips, and S.J. MacDonald. As you can see, the artwork is very similar to Architects of the West Kingdom, so this is in that series. It's the second game in the series. Not really an expansion or sequel, but a totally different game. But in that world, Raiders of the North Sea had three, which is also by Garphill Games and the same guys, had a 3-game series too. Raiders of the North Sea, the most popular, and so that had a 3-game series too. And I believe there was another series too, maybe not. But anyway, they tend to do their games in a series of 3. But the artwork is similar, the same artist, and I believe the same designer. So anyway, as you can see, this is a much, well, you can't really tell here necessarily, but it's a much smaller box compared to a lot of the other games that are out there. It's smaller than the standard size, and that's been one of probably the only really complaint about the game is that they pack so much inside of a small box that it's hard to repack stuff back in, and it's just everything's real tight. So that's really the only negative about this game. An excellent series of games with some really cool mechanics in them. This is probably the most complex of the games so far that they produced. Architects probably the next one right below it, the one they produced right before this. And but we do own Raiders of the North Sea in the digital form. Don't have it yet in the board game form, box form. So, but anyway, it is on our list to get eventually. That is a little bit of a simpler game, but very good mechanics in it. So, without further ado, let's get into the unboxing here. All right, so here we go. So we'll read the back here. Again, let's see, 1 to 4 players, ages 12 plus. 90 to 120 minutes based upon the number of players there. So there is a solo version of the game with I believe an AI that is more than just a high score AI. The AI, you have AI cards for it. So very, very good. Automa, I guess they call it, the Automa, which was popularized by games like Viticulture and other games like that, which have an Automa design in it to play solo. Sort of like it acts as another opponent. And does a very good job for the most part from what I've seen so far. Alright, so Paladins of the West Kingdom. Paladins of the West Kingdom is set in a turbulent time of West Franca's story, circa 900 AD. Despite recent efforts to develop the city, outlying townships are still under threat from outsiders. Saracens scout the borders, while Vikings plunder wealth and livestock. Even the Byzantines, from the Byzantine Empire, from the east, have shown their darker side. As noble men and women, players must gather workers from the city to defend against enemies, build fortifications, and spread faith throughout the land. Fortunately, you are not alone. In this great wisdom, the king has sent his finest knights to help aid in our efforts. So ready the horses and sharpen the swords. The Paladins are approaching. All right, so that sets the tone for Paladins of the West Kingdom. All right, so let's open it up here. And Man vs. Meeple, which is a great source of board game playthroughs and previews and whatnot in that, is approved by them. All right, so let's try to get it open here. All right, hold on there. Got to get a pair of scissors here. Like I said, everything is very tight inside this box, so So a nice box. Just a small box. Alright. So let's take a look and see what we got inside the box. First we have, of course, the rule book. So a fairly thick rule book. Let's get the mic here so you can hear me. So a fairly thick rule book. Again, 2019 just came out. The components. So there's tons of meeples in this one. So you have your laborers, merchants, scouts, fighters, clerics, criminals, workshops, monks, outposts, jars, and attribute markers. And then you have your cards, which is a central point of this game. You have your multi-use cards here with a lot of stuff on them. And your provisions, of course, in silver, like in their other games. Alright, so then you have your player boards, which are the top boards there. And then the bottom part here is the parts of the main board, which you put your cards in here underneath it. But because you see there's a lot of, it's a worker replacement game, so there's a lot of places to put your workers and tracks and everything. So there we go. A nice rule book. Looks like it's got some nice, good examples here. Gameplay overviews, setup, round structure, always good to have. And again, the cards, very nice artwork. Round structure continued. So again, this is the most complex of their games. I had a little trouble wrapping my head around it, but I'm sure as I'll play it, it'll start to make more sense. I've watched a few playthroughs on it, including a very good solo playthrough. I forget the guy who did the solo mode games, I believe it is. Very good solo playthroughs of board games. All right, so you can build your fortify by building your city walls there to keep out the intruders and stuff. And you can do different things: garrisons, absolve, attack, convert. You can convert some of the people. So very thematic. Tax and suspicion. So you can get suspicion cards, which can be negative. Debts, inquisition. Passing, end of game scoring. And scoring examples. How to score your games. And here are the solo plays right here. Setup. The AI player. So again, there's an AI deck, an Automa deck, I believe it's called. Solo play rules. Overview continued. Scheme cards, workers. And AI actions, the different actions that the AI can take. Recruit, prey, trade, conspire, arrest. Commission, garrison, absolve, fortify. Attack, convert, king's order, king's favor, end of round. So very good. A lot of rules for the AI, for the solo player, which adds to the immersion of that. And outsider scoring, townsfolk abilities, and that's it. And then on the back, which is good to have as a quick reference to what everything means. So you have your faith track, strength track, and influence track, and then all your laborers, prayer, provisions, and all the other different things, what they mean. So fairly, not a lot of iconography, but enough to make it interesting. And then restrictions on the main board depending upon the player count. So you'd only use certain ones like these in a 3-player game, these in a 4-player game. Otherwise, you leave them blank in 2-player games and solo. All right, so definitely a thick 36-page rule book. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. We got some cards. So I'm definitely going to have to order some more of these card sleeves, because I go through a ton of these. Definitely a nice thick. If I can get this plastic off. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we got a lot of cards here. So let's try to take them off in sections here. So you get these cards here, which I want to convert to the rulebook. Not sure exactly what all these are for. Oh, these are debt cards, looks like. So you can take debts. Looks like these are all pretty much the same. And so these are all debt cards you take. Okay. And let's see what these are right here. Let's see. See if I can refer to the rule book for some of this stuff. Yeah, so those are the 24 debt cards. And then these are, looks like these are King's favor cards. So you can get different workers. I think you have a choice of certain ones each round. Okay. So King's favor cards, I believe those are. And then it looks like you have your scheme cards, maybe? No. King's order. Oh, these are King's order. King's favor. So these are these are the King's favor. Then I'm not sure exactly what these are. Then these may be the tavern cards. I'm not sure exactly what. So these are these are scheme cards. Looks like. No, King's favor. Yeah, it says King's favor are the scheme cards. As you can see here. So down below there, those are the scheme cards for. Oh, these are for solo play. So the favor ones. Let's see if I can separate these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think these are all going to be, no matter what they say on them. Yeah. So these are the for the solo play. So these determine what the. Guess what the AI does. Or which cards maybe the type they use. Yeah, so this is the AI deck. So it's 17 scheme cards for that. And let's see, these purple ones here. These look like these are the suspicions cards. As you can see, it looks very suspicious. So these are either going to have 0, 1 coin, I think, and 2 coins. So you can either get those. So if you take a suspicion card, like basically, in other words, you're stealing. You'll sometimes get extra coins. Sometimes you'll end up getting nothing. But if you take a suspicion card, after you've gotten a certain amount of suspicion there, could be negative things happen to you in the game. So there's always a consequence to that. Let's see, some more of these. So these look like the tavern cards. So I think these start at the beginning. Yeah, so you go to the tavern to recruit the workers. And I think, I believe there's like 3 of these that come out in a round or something, or a certain amount. It might be different depending upon the player count. But I think 1 more than the actual players. So AI counts as like 2 players, I guess. So 3 of these will come out and you get to choose. So there's different, like I said, different types of workers. Laborers are the white ones. Those are the ones that are the least powerful. And then you have your green, which are scouts. Blue, which are merchants. Red, which are fighters. Clerics, which are the dark gray ones. And then criminals, which are the purple ones. So, depends upon what kind of workers you want to get. You want to use each round. So, those are them. Okay, and then these are for this wall cards. So you got to build up your fortifications. So it's different powers and stuff you get in here. So a whole bunch of these. Looks like there's 24 of these. So good assortment of cards there. Alright, so that's one of the decks there. Not sure if there are any others. Alright, so these are your cards. for your people that you can recruit or fight. So we can figure out how to open this up. Looks like it is perforated, but it's still kind of hard to figure out. Just don't want to slice any of the cards open. Here we go. Don't really have big nails. Let's see. There we go. Alright. But again, the artwork on these is excellent. Alright. So these are different types of enemies which you can either recruit or I think kill or so yeah. So and they get special powers on each one of them. This guy gives you conspiring, earns you 2 silver. Recruiting costs no silver, so they give you special powers which allow you to break some of the rules. But very good, like I said, excellent artwork in these. Fortifying costs no provisions. And these are like allow you to go up certain tracks. So these are temporary powers, I think, that boost your different tracks. I think red is the strength. And then the other ones are, one's a faith one and one's a something else. But there's 3 different tracks you can go up on. So those are those. And then I think these are guys you specifically can just recruit. I don't think you can, they're not really enemies, but they give you special powers. These are general ones, abbot, acolyte, architect, conspirators, debt collectors, defenders, gatekeepers, missionaries, peddlers, squires, and watchmen. Oops. Okay. Okay. All right. So those are all those. And because we get a couple more packs here, get some more cards here. Not sure if these have the same backs or not. Looks like they do. Yeah, this is the same back. These might be extras. I think they may be like a mini expansion or just extra cards you get from the Kickstarter. I think in these. Can't remember exactly if I had any extra stuff in this. Just some more cards here. Special powers. So this is the game one. Huan. Yes, I think these guys can come and attack you and stuff too. Ogre. Oh no. Ogier. Turpin. And then it looks like some promo. Oh, these might be promo cards there. Promo Paladins variants. So there's variants you can use. So these might be just promo cards you get with Kickstarter. Looks like they might be. Yeah. Yeah, these look like special cards. So very cool. Alright. Keep those separate. And one more deck. So lots of cards, which is nice. I do have plenty of these kind of sleeves, so that's good, but definitely need to order some more of the smaller sleeves. Go through a lot of those. Again, these have like a nice linen finish. So you have your archer, your armor, your assassin, champion, and again, all special powers and things that they add to the game. Hunter, invader, lookout, mercenaries, thieves, traders, warriors, adventurers, archers, barbarians, champions, hunters. That looks like different. These might be like your base cards that you start with here. So this might be the green faction here starts with this set of cards. The yellow faction starts with these. And then the blue faction with these. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks like there's the same each one. And then I thought there'd be 4, but yeah, maybe there was another set in the other deck. But and then it looks like these are more guys you can recruit or kill or whatever. Convert. And they give you special temporary powers on these. Alright, very cool. Nice, lots of cards in this one, so that's cool. And now you, of course, going to have your little, looks like these are the tracks. See if I can set this up here. This is the track for the main board, which allow you to do certain actions on them. There you go. So it's kind of long right there. But good quality, nice quality. And then there's another one here, which is another track right here. So these are I think these are all the main board ones. Oops, got it upside down. There you go. So basically, it's you set up these 2 boards and you put cards on them or around them. But again, you can check those out in the different playthroughs up there. And here we go, the punch outs. Gotta have your punch outs. So these are provisions. Right here. So these seem to be nice, decent thickness here. So this is the first game in this series that I've actually gotten the board game up. And then your coins. The different coins you can get in the game, both double-sided. And here's your player boards. So the player boards are the biggest part of the game, as you can see. You can see it right here. So tons of different actions that you can take. And again, the player boards are bigger than the main board, which is kind of unique. Usually it's the other way around, but I kind of like that. But it looks really super complicated, but the more I watch the videos, the more everything makes sense once you start it. So then this is the back, I think. Not sure which one. I think this may be the regular game, and then this one possibly the solo, or vice versa. Again, I'm not sure which one goes which. I want to say this one is the solo, but just from what I watched, but I'm not sure. Alright, so these are just what's left in the game. This is another one, so for another player, 2, and I think there should be 2 more of these. Yep. So 1 and 2 more there. Yeah. So pretty much cards, some player boards. Oh, of course I don't want to forget these. Lots of pieces in here, so let's show you these. The player tokens that are in here. Alright, so here we go. So these look like your jars, it says. They're numbered jars, each with a different number on them. Decent thickness. These will be hidden, and they, you pop them off as you get them. So they go on one of the tracks. So again, all different numbers. Let's see what we have here. These are your monks, it looks like. Some monk tokens. So you got lots of these. Looks like 28 of these. And let's see, your red ones here. Red are your outposts. Right here. So these are pretty thick. So your outposts. And looks like there's 28 of those also. I think these you start with on your player boards and you remove them so you can get special powers from them. And then these are your fighters. The red ones are the fighters. Some nice meatballs here. And again, 18 of those, it looks like. And then these are the same ones basically, except they're white. So these are your laborers. 22 of those. And then these are your black ones, the monks. Actually, these are the monks, sorry. What are these then? No, actually, these are monks. Not sure what these are then. I don't see them in the thing. They got to be something. Again, these are a little different. So ones are monks and ones are something else. And then here are the purple ones. These are the criminal ones. Blue ones are your merchants. So 18 of these. So 18 of everything except for the laborers. And the monks is more of those. And then green ones, which are scouts. And let's see what these are. These are workshops. These other green ones right here. These are nice. Nice and thick. So these are workshops. And finally, these are your markers for your different things. So one's for strength, and one's for faith, and the other one is for something else. Again, if you watch a playthrough, they'll go over everything in those. But you have your different tracks here. Let's see. See if I can quickly find something on this. If not, yeah, it doesn't really show right here, but it's somewhere in there. It's definitely one of the 3 trackers that you use in the game. So each player will get, looks like 3 of them. Okay. And that is it. So lots of stuff that go in a very small box. So, I mean, it looks like it's going to be fairly tight putting stuff back, but it's not too bad, you know. I'm sure once you get the expansion and everything, if they come out with expansion, you're probably not going to be able to fit everything in the same box. So that's probably what people were not too happy with. But it is a very small box, but I think it definitely could have been a bigger box. As I make a mess of all the cards here, but that is pretty much it. That is Paladins of the West Kingdom. So looking forward to playing this one as usual. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and we'll see you in the next unboxing video. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.